Hello YouTube, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like this video. Like it now, like it later, just like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sorry. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe. And now, y'all, today's video, we're talking about Jhonni Blaze. My newfound respect for her and her newfound respect for herself, okay? And her mother's manipulative ways. I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back. Now, before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now, like it later, just like my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms, so please follow. I'm trying to find a lipstick I actually want to put on. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms, so please follow, please subscribe. And now let me drop this intro before we get on with today's show. Okay, guys, happy Friday to you. So I'm gonna do my makeup. Well, not my makeup, my lip in a moment. But we got a video to play. Okay, the video is like 10 minutes long, so we're gonna watch the video. Y'all know I can't hold water, bitch, so we gonna be making comments about the video. You know, we're gonna be talking about this. So Jhonni Blaze recently had an interview. I do know that she was on Tasha K's show. I did not watch the interview, but I'm going to assume that she spoke on these things. She's been speaking on these things to... Okay, so I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to just say it. I don't know how to say this without saying it, right? So, but that's what I do, right? I just say shit. So let's say it. Jhonni said that her stepdad violated her. That's what I'm gonna give you. Her stepdad violated her, and her mother knew about it and was more concerned about keeping a man than the safety of her daughter. I said what I said. Okay, now I do recognize the fact that we're all human, and some women are just fucked up like that. That shit is just tragic. Now I'm gonna play the video in a minute, but like, I had a stepdad. I couldn't even imagine. But now we know why for the last 10 years, 15, I don't know, 15 years that Jhonni Blaze has been the way that she has, right? She's angry, right? She's angry. She's violent. She can't communicate. The thing is, when you grow up in a household, you know, in a white people know about this shit too, child. But when you grow up in a household where, you know, you can't speak on things that happen outside, you know, in the house, outside the house. You know, I know a couple of people I know this one girl in particular that literally was molested by her uncle and still had to come over as a child, and still had to come over to the house, do her, you know, adolescence and into adulthood to help her grandmother fucking go grocery shopping and see her damn molester every weekend to take her grandmother grocery shopping. And if you ask me, the nigga was still molesting her ass at 27. But that's another story for another day. You can understand why you would be just angry and violent and over sexualized and just wow. So we're gonna drop this. We're gonna play the video. I downloaded it. So we're gonna play the video. I'm gonna put on this lipstick because I gotta meet Tasha in like an hour. But yeah. And this weekend we'll be making content. Normally, y'all know I don't really make content during the weekends. We'll be making content. We'll also be having a live stream tomorrow at noon. All right, so let's do this. I hope y'all don't hear that. If y'all hear that stuff in the background, let me know. Okay, so we're gonna just play it. This shit is crazy. Hold on. We're gonna play it. Hold up, let me look at some of these comments first before I even start. Oh, hey Latu, thank you for coming. Hey Female Rap Elite, how are you? Hey C Parker, let me tell y'all, I literally missed the shit out of y'all. Side note, we finally have an appointment with the oral surgeon. How long it's been? Like a month. It's been like a month. I finally have an appointment on Tuesday for the oral surgeon. Insurance is trash. The medical field is trash. You know, it has a lot to do, say what you want to say, it has a lot to do with me being a Black woman, and my pain must not be painful enough, child. But I finally got me an appointment and gonna get this fucking tooth removed out of my gums. But anyway, yes, please hit the like button. Yeah, donate to the channel. Her mom is wow. Her mom is wow. Thank you. Yeah, it's been kicking. It's been Jesus Christ. She said, hold up. Hey LaDonna, how are you? Okay, let's play this video, all right? Hey Naja, how are you? I'm thinking, look, Weenie White. Are we really doing this? Y'all know I've only been eating like one meal a day for the last 3 days. I wilded out this weekend. I'm not even gonna hold you. Hold on. Before we even pull Jhonni up, let me tell y'all, I wilded out this weekend. Okay, we know that I was around 170 like a month ago. I've been doing too much. Your girl went up to 195. I was doing too much. I was eating that bread. I was drinking that soda. I was eating everything. I was snacking. I was buying snacks. Child, I bought, remember when I posted them cakes? I went back to the store last weekend and bought 5 fucking cakes. And I ate 3 of them all by myself during Saturday and Sunday. I wilded out. So I have not eaten anything more than 1 meal for the last 3 days. And water. But I've been dropping 2-3 pounds a day. So, and I've been working out every day diligently, kicking my ass. But anyway, let's get to the story at hand. No, not this way. This way. Let me play this so we can just play this.
It's more of something that you did, and usually children despise their parents and hate their parents for having your stepfather watch you with compact mirrors under your bed.
I knew people back in the day that shit like this happened
under your door when you're showering. I didn't get him locked up. I still pretended to.
She's still saving these people.
Holidays with my mom and my siblings. I still smiled in front of everybody.
And you wonder why she's so angry.
And holidays in that same house. And you guys see me all the time where I post my mom. And I take pride in posting my mom, and people get confused because I don't care what people think.
Because you're growth.
Forgiveness is a big word.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
It is.
Forgive people.
You have to. For your own mental health.
But I forgave my mom. But just because I speak about it to help people grow and help myself grow does not mean I hate my mother. This is my last.
She has the right to speak on. Hold on, let me not speak during her stuff. She has the right to speak on her trauma and the audacity of her mama. We're gonna see her mom in a few. The audacity of her motherfucking mama to make it about her. Child. Let's continue.
No more as far as addressing about what my mom and me have going on.
Girl is some tea. Jhonni Blaze, she is.
Wait, I got that from Queen. What's her name? IQ.
Tired from
Queen Q. Hold on, I want to play with her mama.
See past this and go and move forward.
Gossip Girl, that's who it was.
Of course, in interviews, people ask me about my childhood, and it really wasn't that great. But I always tell people, they're like, but you say your mom's your best friend and you love her unconditionally. Yes, I do. Even after my stepfather, I still love my mom, even though she sent me to my father or either gave me a choice to be in an insane asylum. I still love my mom. And the reason why I'm doing this live, which is so stupid, which is really crazy because you guys probably know me for so long to be like the person that's always drama and stuff. But if you know me now, I've changed so much, so I feel like my point will get across very easily because I'm much calmer. What bothers me,
speak on it, sis. We listening.
When people ask me stuff, I live in my truth.
Live in it.
When I was on Love and Hip Hop,
fuck these
they
people.
Wanted to have a highlight on what my mom did to me, and I was younger. I didn't want to do it because I cared more about my baby brother in school being picked on because of what his father did to me. So I declined talking about it on the show. When me and my mom got cool again, I decided I'm gonna live in my truth. I can't sit here and hide the fact of what she did. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it because there's so many people out here that hide their truth and then they become monsters. And that's what I was becoming if I didn't get the help I needed.
Shout out to Jhonni Blaze and her fucking growth. Self-analyze much? Oh! People have their own trauma. I've told you this before. And when you don't deal with it, you take it out on. That's majority of these women that I in my opinion, who are Kelly supporters, who are just support the destruction of other Black women. They have been through it, and they feel like nobody cared about them. So now they out here trying to destroy the fucking world. It's just like Jhonni said. Ooh, let's go.
And the person that I am right now. So I don't personally even, speak as much to my mom because something recently happened and I'm trying to figure out this video that she posted. I'm not understanding how a person can switch it and make it seem like I'm wrong for speaking about something that happened to me.
And then you say you love me. You say you love me, but you fucking tear me up in front of millions of fucking people. You tear me up.
The manipulation be real.
I really am confused, and it's like people usually, I see people like go off on their parents, which I mean, I don't condone any of that. Like, it's cool. Like, if that's what you do, that's cool. But for me, it's like if I was in that state of mind back then, it probably would have been so terrible because that was the person that I was. But now it's more of like, I don't want people to DM my mother. I don't want people to hit my mom up and be like, oh, you're a terrible mother, because we've patched that up and I love my mom very, very much.
To say about me that I was a bad mother, you don't know what I went through. You have no fucking idea what the I went through.
Listen, everybody have been through stuff. Okay, let's be very clear. Shit, we all been through shit. What that got to do with the effects that you allowed it to have on your children? We don't know what you went through. She might have been, in an abusive relationship. Chances are, if he was doing all that shit to Jhonni, he was abusing the mother. But the reality is, you allowed it to continue. You knew this little pervert that you were fucking with, married to, whatever, was coming at your teenage daughter. And you let it happen. I have no sympathy for her. Fuck her feelings. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck her feelings. I don't care about her feelings. Her daughter care about her feelings because that's her mother. And I completely understand that. And it actually shows growth. I was telling y'all the other day about how you react to certain things. When you're disrespecting your parents and cussing them out and all of this shit. Like, that says that you need to deal with the trauma that they put you through. You could acknowledge, you know, what they did to you, you know, and your response, like the anger that we would expect from Jhonni Blaze is not there anymore. Why? Because she is grown. And you know, we can acknowledge that some shit happened, you know, without having to beat ourselves up, aka be angry at the world, spazzing out, because that's really what that shit is, right? Beat herself up because these things happened to her and nobody was there to protect her. Angry at her mother for not protecting her when she can just, you know, again, growth, deal with that shit. You know, it says a lot about a man and a woman who can deal with some tragic shit that they parents put them through. And, you know, maybe who knows, they gonna fuck with them, they are not gonna fuck with them, but just your response to it. Your response to it says it all, you know?
See? But I'm gonna tell you something. Can't nobody destroy my character. My daughter cannot destroy my character. She can't.
No one tried. See, she made herself a victim.
Lying on me.
Lying on. I doubt
I
it.
have my child. I've had people sending me this my DM. Oh, you're a bad mom. You had your child. Well, you just seen my son. My other son lives 30 minutes from me. If I had somebody in child, I would in jail right now because Florida don't play that with. I never did no like that.
You know, because we from the hood, niggas don't recognize that a lot of the dumb shit that they do is sex trafficking. Trying to promote your child fucking with some dude who is 20 years old when she's 16 and 17. Most Hispanics I know be fucking sex traffickers. You know, if we go by the law, if we go by the implications of this shit and what it has to do and how it affects these children, when you create a situation where your child feels unsafe and is in the street because the street and fucking niggas for money is better than what happens in her house, you are perpetuating sex trafficking.
I didn't even know what it was. I had to look it up.
Just because you don't know what it is don't mean that you didn't do it, ma'am. And again, I'm not disrespecting her mama because I don't want nobody disrespecting my mama. But one thing I will do is speak the truth. And I believe in, especially in traumatic situations like that. Me and my mama go through shit sometimes, you know, but you have to speak the truth. What they call it? What's the word? Say the truth, spite the devil, some shit like that. Speak the truth, spite the fucking devil, bitch. Speak the truth. You are old and and it's okay to be ashamed of what you did at 28, 30, because your ass wasn't thinking, or you wasn't thinking that far ahead. But at 60, speak that truth, ma'am. Or else you just living in denial and then your kids living in denial, acting like that shit didn't happen. And all it's going to do is manifest into your fucking grandkids. Because if you acting like it's normal, don't turn around and say and tell your daughter it's not normal when your behavior said it was fucking normal for her whole fucking life. Let's continue. I don't care that she's crying.
I love her like with all my heart. Like, my mom had cancer 3 times. I shaved my head 3 times. My mom has sickle cell. My mom has lupus. You know, I've walked many times. I've done everything that I feel, even when you go through something like that you should do. And I continue to, and this is not bragging, this is something I'm proud of because I couldn't do it before. I take care of my mom. She's not able to do things because of her beating cancer. You know, my mom worked as a nurse. She cannot work as a nurse when you have epilepsy and seizures, you know, and stuff. So the right thing to do, you know, is to take care and love people. And that's what I do. And people are kind of confused on...
I'm not confused, baby. I get it.
People are not used to me being like this.
We're not.
People are not used to me turning that cheek.
We're not.
You know, you might see me sometimes have a couple of episodes where I speak my mind and I'm very angry on my IG, but I always come to the head of it and tell people, like, it's okay to be mad. Just think about what you do. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's why I have a counselor. That's why I you know, when people, Charlemagne asked me, like, do you have a counselor? From that day, actually, I started really getting into, like, myself and getting better and better and winning. So it's like with me, with this situation, which I will never bring up again on live, but I'm still going to speak my truth because I help so many people and I help myself. It's not about others, and I'm not disrespecting my mom. I'm just not understanding why this video was surfaced of my mom saying what she said. Nobody is saying that you hurt your children.
Manipulation,
it's more of
changing
something
words
that you
up.
did, and usually children despise their parents and hate their parents.
Those be the men who hate black women, the black women who are angry all the time.
You with compact mirrors under your bed, under your door when you're showering.
Girl,
I didn't get them locked up.
I still pretended to died that night, child.
Holidays
what
with
the fuck?
My mom and my siblings. I still smiled in front of everybody. I still went to Christmases and holidays in that same house.
Kept trying.
And you guys see me all the time where I post my mom. And I take pride in posting my mom, and people get confused because I don't care what people think. Forgiveness is a big word, you know. Gotta forgive people. I forgave my mother, but I forgave my mom. But just because I speak about it to help people grow and help myself grow does not mean I hate my mother.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing to even
yeah. Because you didn't bash her, you spoke your truth. And here she coming out crying, acting like her daughter trying to drag her to hell.
Disrespect my mother.
Yeah.
Because of the
or she tried to
posting.
trigger her daughter for her daughter to come out like here screaming and spazzing.
There's no need for y'all.
I needed to pause it. Or she's so used to Jhonni spazzing that her reaction is to cry. So it looks like Jhonni is the bad guy. Listen, I like Jhonni Blaze. If you haven't noticed, I do. I like her. I knew something was wrong with her. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was something like that. But she just seems like a decent human being, just going through some fucked up shit. And her mother, the manipulation is real, girl. Let's keep watching. Crying and shit. When you in a wrong and crying, wrong and strong in a mall.
DM her and say hateful things, you know.
Don't DM that girl,
50
mama.
years old. If I don't dislike her or hate her, you guys shouldn't either. And it's crazy because the problem with me, why I didn't heal correctly, and now I'm healing, is because I cared so much for other people instead of myself.
Instead of yourself. You need to be worrying about yourself.
I cannot help it that I've changed and I've grown.
Her mother expected a certain reaction. That's why she did that.
I cannot help that I want to be happy. I cannot help that I want to grow. I cannot help it if other people don't see that.
Her mama don't see it because she choose not to.
I'm just This is my last time
Because if
speaking
she
on
don't
this.
see it,
I will not
she
speak on
could
this
try to ignore
no
and act
more
like that
as
shit didn't
far
happen.
as addressing about what my mom and me have going on. Now, as far as me with interviews and stuff, I will continue to speak my piece when it's asked.
Speak your truth, sis.
But if I forgive her, so I want to say
you can't choose your parents or your siblings or your family.
I encourage people to be uplifting.
Shit making me
and I encourage people to be happy. And sorry about the nails. I'm going to get them done. It's a crazy day tomorrow. And be at peace with themselves and grow, because growing is a beautiful thing. And just because I talk about my story does not mean that I hate my mother. But you cannot tell someone to be quiet about something that has happened to them and has traumatized them and damn near almost ruined my way of thinking. So,
yeah. Wow.
I love you guys.
We love you too, boo.
I wish y'all well. Be positive. Be great. Be amazing. And if anybody ever...
she just made me so fucking sad. Oh. All right, let's continue with some of these comments. We ain't gonna be on here for long, y'all. So listen, I believe that her mom tried to manipulate the situation with all of that crying bullshit. Ma'am, you wasn't crying when you was allowing that nigga to your daughter. That's all I'm gonna say. Your daughter is hanging on by a thread for her mental capacity. This is where you find, when you see them old, crazy people, miserable people, fucked up people, is not dealing with things. We have to deal with things when things happen. You can't just bury them. I'm good at burying some shit sometimes. I don't even want to deal with some shit. So, but a lot of things, after you bury them, you have to dig their asses back up and deal with them, because you're going to deal with them regardless. That you're going to deal with them consciously or subconsciously. And it's better to deal with them shits consciously, because at least you can get over, get through, get past, or get out. Okay? Her mom, in my opinion, is a liar. Her mother, in my opinion, is a liar, and that's just what I feel. I feel like her mother's a liar. Her mother knew what she did. Her mother's on that old school, don't talk about it. Oh, well, you can get, you should get over it. Some people feel like if they were able to get through their trauma, that you should be able to get through yours. The girl is a fucking mess. Everybody know for the last umpteen years, this is the calmest we've ever seen that girl. Ever. She's a fucking mess because of what you allowed your man to do to your daughter. We're judging you, and you should cry. You should cry for your daughter's forgiveness. That's what the fuck you should do. You should get on your knees and you should cry for your girl child's forgiveness, because she's the one that's going to be taking care of you. Based off of what Jhonni just said, Jhonni, I take care of my. She didn't say that, but that's what I got from it. She got 2 boys. The other 2 boys ain't doing shit. The boys don't ever do shit. She changed so damn much. She said, I eat like 2 meals a day and no snacking. Yeah, I ate one. I'm hungry, but I don't give a shit. Y'all know my vanity is overwhelming. When I stepped on that scale and that scale said 195, I said, no, the fuck I'm not. I feel for her. Clearly something happened to Jhonni. She's working on herself, and I'm happy and proud to see her growth. Me too. Like clearly. But Before she acknowledged it, we all knew that something happened to her. Because that's what all of that shit was about. Clearly. And now you want to be in denial. Now you want to lie because now you go to church and now you a Christian. You know how they go. Now, she done had cancer 3 times and now she a Christian. She wanna cut those parts out of her memory and act like they didn't happen. A lot of parents are like that, but the reality is you could cut it out and be confused and fucking in dismay when your kid's looking at you like, bitch, you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Based off of your actual actions. You don't get to live it down because, it was 20 years ago. Bitch, I don't forget. I ain't forget. Trust and believe your kids did not forget. She said the best thing with her was, and dealing with her own issues. She had to deal with it. She said, I'm so happy she spoke up. Some family people like to hide ish, but walking around judging everyone else. I know a few people like that. I know a lot of people like that. Walking around doing all of that shit when you know what you let go down in your house and you didn't do nothing. And you acting like, it's all right. You acting like that shit. Then you wonder why our community is in fucking dismay. Yeah, you must do. LaDonna said you must do what you have to do to heal yourself. If you don't, it will destroy you. Listen, you saw her break into tears at the end of that shit because the reality is she's out here wanting to pretend for everybody else. She need her mom to sit in her shit. Her mom need to sit in her shit and acknowledge the shit. Don't give me that bullshit. Her mom, Naja, made it about herself. She took Jhonni mention of sex trafficking and hopped on that to call her a liar. She never said her mother sold her. She never said that. She did not protect her daughter. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah, she playing games. Speak on what she said. Are you married to a man? Or were you married to a man that was accused of looking at your girl child under the bathroom door and God knows what else? Did your child tell you some shit like this and you kept on being married to this nigga? Then we wonder why Jhonni is wilding and spazzing. I used to say that all the time. I told you the story about my ex-homegirl who had to go deliver her grandmother groceries with the bullshit uncle living there who abused her when she was a child. Bitch, I don't care what nobody say. This happened when I was like 20. This is a long time ago, boy. This girl was like 28. In my opinion, he was still abusing her. He was still doing it. Whenever she went to the grandmother's house or whenever he tried to catch her alone, he was still doing it. Like, then you wonder why this girl was weird and, but can you understand why? When you understand where people come from. That's why I try to understand where people come from and what the fuck. Because when you understand what the fuck, I'm bothered by a lot less. From a lot of people. A lot of things used to really piss me off, but hindsight 2020, when you look at people and look at things, it's not about you. That's what her mother needed to also understand. It's not about you. It's not about what Jhonni said about you. It's about what you let happen to your little girl, to your daughter when she was a little girl. Don't ask her to swallow it. That's what you're doing. You ask her to swallow it and just be angry. Bubble up. I was about to say some fucked up shit. I was about to say some fucked up shit. Holding on to trauma like that will give you fucking cancer. Will make you mentally ill. Will make your body sick. Will make your mind sick. It's not lost on me that her mama been sick. That's all I'm going to say. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. We're not going to be on here long. It's Friday and it's like 70-something degrees, child, in New York City. Open back up, child. Well, it opens up on Wednesday, but it's Friday and it's like 75 degrees, and me and Tasha going out and eat some fucking Asian delicacies, child. We about to go get some foods and we about to go hit these streets. And yeah. Yeah. Hey Jamon, how are you, boo? Okay. Hey boss lady. Now her mother's trying to trigger her. Her mother, I feel like her mother was trying to trigger her. And hoping that she will. But then again, look at that growth. Yeah, her mother was trying to trigger her. And the growth in her, it brought her to tears, because you recognize, because you don't, let me tell you, nobody know their mama like they girl child. And that's her only girl child. She know her mama. She know that her mama was trying to fucking trigger her and drag her down to the pits of hell. Because maybe if Jhonni starts spazzing and acting crazy again, right? People won't believe her, because that's how it was working for her in high school. She sent her to go live with her dad. She sent her to, was going to send her to the crazy house, because she, if she just didn't take the abuse, the way she reacted, because of the situations that was happening in her house was outwardly, and her mother used that as saying, see, she lying, she acting crazy. Why she acting like that? She lying. So her mother has learned to start crying, acting like, no, I didn't do that. And then Jhonni is going to start spazzing, and then people are going to not believe Jhonni because she's yelling and being aggressive. That's all that shit is. Because, it's hard enough for people to believe a black woman anyway. And then she yelling and being aggressive, please. Completely. It's beautiful. She says, is it me or did a lot of people from previous generations? What do you mean previous generations? Y'all doing it now. Yeah, those generations. Yep. But now too, your baby mother, it's the whole single mother situation that come from the 80s too. All of these broken down girls who became single mothers at like 80. I know girls who are my age that I went to high school with who have grandchildren, because they had a baby at 14. And of course, if you had a baby at 14, get the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the ghettofication. It's the ghettofication since the 80s. Yeah, all of this crazy shit happening. This was during the crack generation, and putting black men out the households. So, literally coming in and checking black households to make sure that the fathers weren't there. It fucked up a generation, which in turn fucked up the next generation, I knew the generation was fucked up when I was in high school, and you would have seen them little girls having babies, and they were talking about, they kid could do no wrong. Somebody tried to chastise their child or tell their child, oh, don't do this or whatever. Don't talk to my kid like that. Children raising children. Now you wonder why ain't nobody got respect. Now you wonder why all these kids, the ghetto as fuck. They ain't got no proper, I watch kids do the ghettoest shit. And I know so much about their parents. I say that shit. I know how you were raised. You ain't got no, you weren't raised with no parents. Something, bitch. I know. Because if you can just walk around and be disrespectful to adults, the most, I would have lost fucking my whole 2 front teeth being disrespectful to adults when I was a child. Like, it's just wild. And then these kids have the audacity because you don't let them run wild. It's child abuse, like C's and his fucking baby mama. The fuck? These people are through, it's like the generation has allowed them to just be angry, throw their lives away, be oversexed, not have no fucking family structure. Don't even fucking comprehend that the reason grandpa wasn't in the house and your grandmother was by herself is because she had to put him out for fucking Medicaid or for fucking food stamps. And your mama learned that dumbass shit and she went along with it. And now you thinking being a baby mama is the move. Now your whole goal is to be somebody's baby mama instead of someone's wife. You know how much little girls argue with me on remember that post we made it like last week about that girl, Lil Durk girlfriend, India Royale. She's so proud of being a 6 baby moms. I swear to you, I got hundreds of other little girls. Look at their pictures and names and shit. You could tell little girls, little 19, 20-year-old little girls. These are little girls, in my opinion, up there arguing, talking about, oh, but he loved her. And, so what is she, the 6 baby mama? So like, are these your fucking arguing points? So what if she's the 6 baby mama? Nick Cannon. Well, I just made a video about him, but he could provide for them. No, don't get me wrong. That's great, but he's not there. Don't get me wrong. Being able to provide for them is great, but he's not there. Carmelo Anthony provide for the fucking baby he don't even speak to, right? Like, what are we talking about? Like, we have just allowed so much bullshit to become normalizing the fuck shit. No. Hey, Jamon, how are you, boo? Missed you. She said, my mother acts like that and wonder why my young sister and I really talk to her. Yeah, like, you gotta deal with this shit. You don't wonder why. I wonder why your kids don't fuck with you. Like, you know why your kids don't fuck with you? Like nobody don't know why their kids don't fuck with them. If they honest, they know why their kids fuck with them or why their kids don't fuck with them or why their kids do whatever to them. You might want to deal with it. You might want to cut it out of your memory for your own fucking benefit, but the kid don't ever cut it out. It don't ever go away for them. All they can learn how to do is, not let it negatively affect them as much. Thank you, Chantel. She said he cut his mom off for 1.5 years. Sometimes you listen, it's not just the deadbeat dads. It's fucked up moms too. Okay, our community has issues because of both of these situations. We both need to do better. It ain't the niggas need to do better. We both need to do better. Okay, we both, because our children are the only ones fucking suffering. Look at Johnny Blaze. I don't know what she ended up having to move with her dad, but what was so wrong? What the fuck was the issue with her dad? Like, if all of this shit was happening, like, how the fuck? I'm not even saying that shit supposed to be happening, but your child should feel safe enough to be able to say, I'm out of here. I'm moving in with my dad. But, like, go to your dad or go to the mental hospital? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? I wasted my youth trying to be grown. This is what it is. This is why y'all bitches having babies at 18 and 19 years old. I keep telling y'all, I wasted my youth trying to be grown. And now I'm 35 and I want to be a kid again. And I want to live my best life before I'm 40 and feel old. When your ass should have been living it in your early 20s, but you was out here trying to open your fucking legs to have some baby to keep a nigga who ain't gonna be kept by no fucking baby, who you just gonna turn around and hate, and then gonna turn around and resent this fucking child, and then gonna find a new nigga and gonna allow the new nigga to do whatever he want to do just so he won't leave your stupid ass. I ain't gonna say it. I did always like her. She faking it. That's why you saw me looking. I was like, listen, I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, mama. Well, no grown person mama. I would disrespect a mama my age. You know what I'm saying? I'll snuff her in the face. But I'm not going to disrespect nobody grown ass mama. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody disrespecting mine. But I deal with your shit, mom. Not my mom, her mom. To a lot of children and adult bodies. A lot. You know, I told y'all I was 16 years old and I knew it was a wrap. I was like, oh. I remember because I said, don't talk to my child like that. Or don't hit my child. Remember back in the days, it took the neighborhood, right? Somebody would see me I would be panicked to not act crazy on the train because somebody might see me and tell my mama. I walk home, my mother like, and you was acting crazy on a fucking train. I would, like, what the fuck? Now you can't even do that. Don't tell me about my child. Don't tell me. Then that's why your child is out here getting shot dead in the street. Call a spade. Right? That's those are the people who turn around again because they got a million excuses instead of dealing with the fact that they didn't raise their child right. The streets raise their child. They child do whatever. They don't know. They ain't got no control of their child because you didn't raise. Ain't no way you don't have no control of your child if you raise your child correctly. No way. I don't give a fuck how grown he is. Motherfucker could be 50 years old. Your child's still gonna listen to you if you raise them correctly. Only when you raise them being a trash ass do they turn around and cuss your ass out for saying boo to them. She said, my friend's mom had her at 12, then she had her at 12, then her daughter gave birth at 15. Exactly. I know not a lot, but I have at least a handful of girls on you know how Facebook give you the group, for college and high school, about at least 5 girls. I ain't been on there forever, but I know like a lot of them girls who had babies like 14, 15, whatever, when I was in high school, them bitches is grandmoms. Not for little babies. I don't even want to be a grandmom. I understand, yeah, I'm 40. I could potentially be a grandmother, but what the fuck am I doing being 40, a grandmother at 40? What the fuck? No. 35. I know somebody who was a grandmother at 35, child. The girl I was telling you about that had I saw she had twins. She had twins in high school. She was a double grandmother by 35. I found this shit out it was like my 35th birthday. I went over there for some shit to like the hood and I saw her with babies and she was like, oh, it's her grandbabies. And I was like, oh, and all I kept thinking was, I just turned 35. That's all I kept thinking. Single parents have become a new family household, and that, my friends, is one of the problems with our community, with our young ladies, with our boys, with why we just can't seem to get over some shit or past some shit or just to do better. The struggle, the perpetual, the expectation of the struggle, the expectation of the loan of raising children by yourself. You didn't fuck to have them by yourself. The non-expectation of any real commitment from these men, or raising these men to not have any real commitment toward women, right? Just fucking and sucking everything moving. This is wild. Sarah, girl, thank you. You shouldn't be listening to this type of conversation, no. But thank you, girl. No, listen to it. So you'll learn not to make those types of mistakes. I maintain, but I peek my head in and out when I can. I will miss you too. God's anointed, drop them jewels. I be trying to. So look. What was I saying? You have to listen. You got to deal with the reality of the shit you created. Now it's you might want to get over it. You might want to get past it, but you can't tell your children or anybody else how to deal with their own trauma. Okay. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. But I'm gonna get out of here because I'm going in. I'm starving. I told y'all I ain't eat since yesterday at like 5 o'clock. So I'm starving. I gotta go Tasha, see where the fuck she at. She was talking about she's gonna get her feet done. And I'm like, Bert, it's not that hot for sandals. But then now I might want to get my feet done because we going to brunch on Sunday. So now they talking about Sunday gonna be like 80 something degrees in New York. So now I'm like, I should put these new wedges on. I bought new wedges, y'all. I bought a couple of new things. I'm gonna show y'all on my backup channel. I'll probably show y'all some of the stuff I bought on my backup channel sometime next week or whatever. But nonetheless, appreciate you all for coming by. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it. Peace.